Hey guys, it's Missy Gordon, the Metamystic here. It's great to see ya. If you want to get daily energy readings and the like, you can go over to my TikTok at the Metamystic. But my goal is to do kind of like longer, more spiritual readings here over on my YouTube channel. This is the deep shit. All right. So today I'm going to be using this Kim Krans collection here. Going to start with an animal spirit message, then I'm going to go over to the tarot. We're going to clarify with the little guy. Little guy. All right, friends. Let's start with this animal spirit deck. Already pre-shuffled, so we can hop right in. Let's see what we have for you today. The tiger. Oh, shit. With the beaver at the bottom of the deck, the beaver is all about building. This reminds me of like Eight of Pentacles. So you're building this like, look at this tiger. Just look into the eyes of the tiger, right? This is like a drawing in energy. So you're building, but you're also drawing in. This is like that feminine yin, high priestessy type vibe here. I think you're working on your spiritual gifts, but you're actually expressing them in a tangible way here. Okay. So let's leave the tiger out. Let's see where this goes. Because, yeah, looking at this card, I'm, like, mesmerized by those eyes. There's something there, for sure. Okay, ready? Doing a 3-card pull, folks. You can get a lot out of 3 cards. Look, 3 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Ready? 5 of Wands. Let's see where this goes. Ace of Pentacles. You had to work hard to get to this place, to this new opportunity, to this new life, to this new start, this fresh start here. You had to really maneuver through a lot here. And that's part of the work you've been doing with the 8 of Swords. But I think there's something here like there's fear here, and that's why I feel you're working through it with the beaver. You're afraid of your own expansion. You've been in a time of like rest, recovery, pause. Look, these are all cards of like 4 of Swords, the Hanged Man, the 2 of Wands. These are all cards of like trying to figure out like where to go next, basically. And look, we have that 8 of Pentacles, like I was talking about with the beaver. Let me look for a second. You guys are going to make fun of me, but the song that's coming to my head is literally Dora the Explorer. Come on, vamonos. Everybody, let's go. Come on, let's get to it. I know that we can do it. You can do it. You wouldn't be here if you couldn't. Right? You know how people always say that phrase, at least where I came from, they say it. God doesn't give you more than you can handle. This new doorway here, this Ace of Pentacles, right? Well, I said it with the beaver, it's like 8 of Pentacles, and then we had the 8 of Pentacles. This is something pentacles. This is something in your life. Well, of course, in your life, but in your work, in your family, in your like your humanity. And it's big. It's big. And you manifested this. You drew this in with the tiger. This is the inside of a tree stump, as you could see. And all of these lines show how many years this tree has been here. You have gone around and around and around some sort of mountain in your life that has prepared you for this moment. You've gone through a lot with the Five of Wands to get here. And now you're choking because you got so used to living in this constant state of like fighting. Fighting for what? Fighting for this life that now is here. And you're questioning it mentally, of course, with the swords. Because you're like, this is the only life I've ever known. I don't know a life outside of conflict. I don't know a life outside of having to constantly prove myself, right? That's over. What's being presented here is a spiritual truth that you were always enough. That's not what you were learning. That's not what the universe was teaching you. You were always enough. This is like the high priestess. You always knew that this was the life that you were coming into, but you had to be prepared day by day, year by year, and now you're here. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Let's clarify the little deck. See, look, Seven of Wands at the bottom. The defenses are up. I get it. Trust me. I get it. Clarifying the Five of Wands. We have the Four of Wands. See, this is not gonna be like what it's been. This is gonna be freedom. Freedom! The Four of Wands is like feeling like you're at home, like you're where you belong. Like I'm seeing somebody look around their property. They're standing in their backyard. There's a lot of grass. It's a big open space. It's like a new plot of land. It's their property and they own it. And they're looking around the property and they're saying, I'm finally home. Now I can build. And that's that beaver energy. Now I'm free to build what I want to build. I'm home. Finally home. No more competition and proving oneself and performance and this is togetherness. This is support. This is like everybody helps carry the firewood. Everybody takes a little bit of firewood and everybody carries it over and stacks it. Where before, people were taking those pieces of wood and hitting each other with them. In whatever that situation that applies to you, this could be in your family dynamic. This could be in your romantic situations. This could be, at work. This could be just you trying to prove yourself in life. And it just kept feeling like no matter how hard you tried, people were just not seeing what the universe, what you knew was what you were, in other words. And you found yourself thinking like, why does nobody understand that I have value? That's because this was your destiny to forge this path, to go, you know what I'm getting? Neural pathways in the brain. A neural pathway is like a pathway that is formed. It's like, picture a dirt road. And as you keep moving over that dirt road, the dirt becomes a path. The more it's walked down, it becomes a solid path. So the more you traversed on all of these different lessons throughout your life, these were different spiritual lessons about self-worth, self-empowerment, learning how to work with others and love with others in the hardest of situations, in conflicts where somebody else just would not have been able to handle that. And a lot of times you weren't able to. But that was all part of that forging of those paths. But what I'm getting is that that's over now. You've learned. Now it's time for the output. It's like that land that I was shown there. Somebody's standing on that property, and it's all ready to be. The word colonized is coming to my head. That's not. Now you can finally build, is what I'm trying to say. Now you can finally build because now you're ready. And now Spirit's going to start bringing you other people to build with you as well. Instead of them being lessons, right, where you could learn. You had to learn to get to this point. This was your path. It's what you signed up for here. And now that you're here, you're like, oh, because you got so used to this. And now Spirit's saying it's time. It's time for Act 2. It's time for Act 2. You've never seen Act 2. And you're not going to see it until you open the door. This is a doorway. You can't see what's on the other side of the door until you open the door and go in there. And once you go in there, you can't go back. Why would you want to go back to this, though? This is what's coming. Clarifying the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Devil. You are your own worst enemy. I'm seeing somebody stand in front of that door, bang on the door. Let me in! Let me in! Let me in! All you gotta do is turn the knob. See, that's the blockade. That's the blockage. That's the false perception. You know how people say that fear, F-E-A-R, the acronym for fear, false evidence appearing real. And why does it appear real? Because what I talked about before with the neural pathways in the mind. When we have been so conditioned with constant conflict, constant dynamics within our families, in our friendships, in our romantic relationships where things are always hard. Then when things aren't hard and they just work, you're like, what the hell is going on? So you self-sabotage and you stand in front of the door. Let me in! Let me in! The door's open. It's unlocked. It's time to build. You're the only one who can do this. And Capricorn energy knows how to get shit done. I'm telling you, y'all, when my North Node went into Capricorn, I felt a shift in my personality. Capricorn energy is powerful. But if it's turned against oneself, it can definitely become self-sabotage because it's so powerful. Don't be your own worst enemy here. Be your own solution. Clarifying the Eight of Swords, we have the Ace of Cups. If you walk through this door, man, everything's gonna change. You've manifested this with the tiger. You drew this in, even if you didn't say a word. You have been preparing for this all your life. And it's bigger than just you. What you're building is, it's going to help so many people. And it's going to give other people permission to walk through their own doors as well. Because Spirit's been doing this with lots of people, right? This is something that is like a generational something that's happened here. It's generational. This is what you've been waiting for. That old church song is coming in my head right now. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. The world wants to see you. But you've been hidden. You've hidden yourself away. And now it's time to come out. You've been prepared for this. You're not going to escape this. And I don't mean that in a scary way. I mean it in a way that you could try to live a normal life, right? But you're going to see this door in your dreams. You're going to wake up every day. You're going to think about the door. Because it's time for Act 2. Act 1 has been this whole thing so far. You haven't seen Act 2. This has been Act 1, so I can understand why you're hesitant to go through here. Why you're afraid. This is fear, F-E-A-R. False evidence appearing real. The perception is off. Why? Because of those neural pathways. Because of the way you've been formed through conflict. But this Four of Wands, this is like true community. True partnership. True love. You might meet the person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with on the other side of this door. This could be marriage. This could be love. Could be a Capricorn. As a side note. But we have 3 at the bottom of that deck. 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Go through the door. Let Act 2 begin. Much love, my friends. It's been Missy Gordon, the Metamystic here. If you want to get some shorter readings, you can head on over to my TikTok at the Metamystic. I'd love to have you guys over there. Much love. The star wanting to pop out, by the way. Much love. And until next time, take care.